Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're at Glazers Hall, London Bridge. We've just had a mega announcement, a double announcement from Queensberry Promotions, the signings of Aadam, Hamid and Chantelle. Cameron, delighted to be joined by the self-labelled voice of Queensberry, Dev Sahni.
The self-lamed Dev Sahni. Good to see you, Joe. Big day today. That was good, wasn't it? That was quite surreal, being up on that top table. I looked to my left, Frank Warren's there, the trusted Frank Warren, Hall of Fame boxing promoter. I look one down, Aadam Hamid's there. You look one down again, and it's Naz. And then you see Sam Jones as well. That's great as well. Sam's great. Sam's one of the best managers out there. But yeah, just absolutely surreal there. I loved it. I'm very excited about what's going to happen with Aadam Hamid. I love that he referred to Frank Warren as family, and that he always knew he was going to come with Frank. It gave me that was wholesome vibes up there, actually. So, I'm looking forward to Chantelle Cameron as well. With Chantelle, Queensberry have signed one of the best fighters in the world, like men's boxing or women's boxing. She's one of the best out there. She went to Ireland to beat Katie Taylor on her homecoming. They call Katie Taylor the greatest female fighter of all time. She beat her. What does that make Chantelle Cameron? She's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, just go back to the first table, a little bit of a pinch yourself moment to be on the same table with Nazim Hamid.
It is, mate, but I'm very lucky. I'll be honest, mate, I'm very lucky. I'm getting pinch yourself moments all the time. I do work really, really hard. Everyone works really, really hard. I try my best every time. Moments like that just sort of make it all worth it when loved it. I'm a big Naz fan. I was watching his highlights the other night, like a 37-minute documentary type thing going through his career, the razzmatazz, the ring walks, the showmanship. We've not seen anything like that in a long, long time. And if Aadam has a sprinkle of that, even 10%, we're in for a hell of a ride.
A very busy couple of weeks coming up for yourself. Before we talk about the inevitable in Saudi Arabia, we've got a great card at York Hall next week. Denzel Bentley versus Danny Dignam headlining, but there's a few really good title fights, isn't there, Dev?
There is indeed. Look, Ryan Garner against Liam Dillon. Look, Ryan Garner for so long has been that guy who's he's got talent. You know he's so good. I remember press conferences probably 4 years ago where he sat up there, and then Anthony Yard's a couple along as well, and Frank's looking at him in the same sort of way he was looking at Yard at the time as well, and Dubois. He was like when Dennis McCann came along. Before that, there was Ryan Garner, and now we need to see if he's got it. Liam Dillon will tell us. He's found himself now, Brian. He's got a family, seems to have settled down after not being so settled early in his life, in his career. And this could be the best version of Ryan Garner yet. I'm enjoying his resurgence. Archie Sharp will be on the card as well. Hey, maybe that's a future fight. That would be good, wouldn't it? Ryan Garner, Archie Sharp. It's just a brilliant York Hall night. And Denzel Bentley, Danny Dignam. Feels like it's loser leave town, right? Denzel Bentley, if you're Denzel Bentley and he ends Saturday night with back-to-back losses against Nathan Heaney and Danny Dignam, that doesn't look great. If you're Danny Dignam, as much as he says he thinks he could retire, it's his last fight, I don't know, it feels like only losing to Janibek and Denzel Bentley, there's still more juice in you. But Denzel Bentley, certainly, it feels like a must-win. Frank said as much on the stream just now when I had him. So, big night for him.
Haven't spoke to you in a couple of weeks, but what do you make of Barrow McGuigan's comments saying that Tyson Fury is not an elite heavyweight?
I disagree. Look, if he's not elite, then who is? He is the lineal champion, as much as people are, oh no, lineal. He did beat Vladimir Klitschko, who was a long-reigning world champion, long-reigning lineal champion. He went over to America and beat Deontay Wilder secretly 3 times, but at least 2 times. Good contenders like Dillian Whyte. He's beaten Derek Chisora 3 times as well. Look, some of these wins, they age well as well. People talk about, oh yeah, but Derek Chisora's not that good. Yeah, but he was on a hell of a run when they went into that second fight, and he kept resurging. When he boxed Tyson Fury the third time, he was coming off a brilliant win against Kubrat Pulev. So he's always been kind of top of the tree. Look, we need to see him fight Alexander Usyk and probably AJ as well. But is he elite? Yes, absolutely. Because if he's not, then no one from this era is.
Is he still elite if he does lose to Alexander Usyk on May 18th?
It's a good question. I mean, he would still go down in the history books as having that win over Klitschko, ending his reign. That's elite stuff. The trilogy with Deontay Wilder, not just winning it, but what it gave the fans, that's pretty elite stuff. So I would say yes, but there will be a question. I think the Usyk win, should he come through, that really, really cements it without any doubt whatsoever. However, and I've said this before, Joe, there will still be people saying, nah, Usyk was too small. They'll say, if they were the same size, Usyk would have beaten him. So I think Tyson knows better than to try to appease the fans or sort of play to the crowd kind of thing in that sense. As long as he's happy, I think his legacy will be pretty good if he beats Alexander Usyk, don't you?
Yeah, I think he's elite whether he wins or loses on May 18th. Dev, I know people kind of not laughed at your expense, but it was an interesting situation between you and Anthony Joshua last year at the press conference, right? But let's times it by about 1,000, and we got what happened between Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya. Well, I'm comparing you to Oscar De La Hoya there, mate, so...
He's got good dress sense. So, obviously, he's a legend as well, but yeah, it was very, very amusing. Very, very amusing to watch that. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And that was at the press conference, right? And they got kind of this close. So at the weigh-in, Oscar's going to be standing in the middle, I think, of Munguia and Canelo. Canelo at that point is close enough to punch this man. Oscar similarly is close enough. Look, people forget that people think Oscar De La Hoya is just some joke. No, absolutely not. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. If Oscar wants to have it with Canelo, he'll have it with Canelo. I just want to see it kick off, to be honest. I love the circus of it. And yeah, the I need quicker translations, though. I just need quicker translations on this stuff that Canelo's saying. Let me know immediately. I don't have to wait till 4 hours later. So hopefully more of that. And please do not liken it to my situation with Anthony Joshua. I never feared that man was going to punch me.
That was a joke, by the way. Anybody who's listening, that was a joke.
But yeah, I never thought he was going to chin me. Glad he didn't.
So am I. Ryan Garcia, let's talk about it. Shocked that he tested positive for a VADA-listed banned substance in Ostering.
I don't know. Am I shocked? I'm not shocked with anything in boxing these days. Certainly when it comes to Ryan Garcia. Marrying off porn stars, beating Devin Haney. There seems to be a news story not even every day, every couple of hours there's something else, because he'll tweet 10 times an hour. So he'll keep setting different news agendas. Donald Trump, I haven't even watched that video, but he was doing something with Donald Trump, and now, I don't know, there's Illuminati stuff and all sorts of stuff. He's a constant source of news, news that I am consuming. I find him very entertaining. I've never seen anything like the defence video that he put out, where he had a couple of his mates behind him going, lies, or yeah, real talk, all of that stuff. Amazing. Hopefully more of that is my personal request to Ryan Garcia. I don't know about any of the substance stuff. I'm sure it's all going to come out in the wash.
Last one, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, is a real fight. Sanctioned as a professional fight, will go down on both of their records. Your thoughts on that?
So if Mike Tyson loses, it will be on his record.
That's what I'm led to believe.
Fascinating stuff. Hopefully they both come out of it safe. Mike Tyson, he's fighting a much younger man.
Who wins?
I don't know. That's the thing. Look, and that's why it is as much as, it is what it is somewhat intriguing, isn't it, right? Like, if Mike Tyson, we've seen the videos that he's putting out, the training videos, if he just charges towards Jake Paul and does all that stuff that he's doing, he'll just chin him. Like, that'll be it. But if the gas tank doesn't go sort of beyond 30 seconds, he could be in a bit of trouble. Let's see. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by all of it. I'm intrigued by the Netflix involvement as well. Amanda Serrano against Katie Taylor on the undercard. Hey, maybe the winner against Chantelle Cameron. New Queensberry interest there. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, Joe. Are you?
I'm very intrigued, and I'm also intrigued by potentially 2 shows being announced next week.
Yeah, I mean, look, definitely one is what I'm told, and I've seen some of the fights that are on there, and I keep saying it's almost like every show that Queensberry announced now, I'm looking at it like, oh my God, I can't believe they've made that fight. Oh wow, I'm surprised that X has taken that fight. I'm surprised he's fighting, and it's more of that. You'll see it all next week. There's surprising fights, brilliant fights, and it's going to be a brilliant schedule.
I'm intrigued by the potential of the second one. It could be big.
It could be big, as am I. Fingers crossed, touch wood, all of that good stuff, and hopefully we get some major announcements.
Dev Sahni, thank you very much for being to IFLTV. Cheers, mate.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.